There's a presence that moves through your home, quiet, invisible, unnoticed by most. Not a ghost, not a shadow, but something far more subtle, a pulse, a rhythm, a vibration that doesn't knock on your door but slips through the silence of your daily life. You've felt it, haven't you? That strange moment when something seems out of place. A sudden flicker in the air, a sound with no source, a presence that can't be named. Most people brush it off. They blame coincidence, the wind, maybe even an overactive imagination. But if you're still here, it's because something in you knows. Not everything that's real can be seen. There are signals hidden in the fabric of ordinary moments, and some of the clearest signs don't come from visions or dreams. They come from within the walls of your own home. Every space carries memory. Every object, every corner holds a trace of your thoughts, emotions, and energy. Homes are not just physical shelters, they are energetic fields, containers of everything you've been vibrating out into the world, and just like a mirror, they reflect things back to you. Sometimes what they reflect isn't just yours, it's guidance, a whisper from the unseen. There are moments when this energy begins to speak more loudly, not in words, but through movement, through signs that show up when your conscious mind is distracted. You'll find them in the sudden appearance of a single insect where none should be, in a moment of silence broken by a flutter, a chirp, a hum. The house responds to your energy, and when the universe needs to get your attention, it chooses the familiar, because the most powerful signs are never dramatic. They are simple, mundane, missed by 97% of people who keep their eyes fixed on the obvious. But not you. You're listening now. You've already begun to feel it, the silent pulse of the unseen moving through your space, waiting to be understood. Your home is more than a place you return to. It's a living field of energy. Every breath, every emotion, every thought you've ever had within those walls has left a trace. These aren't just poetic ideas. Quantum physics shows us that everything is energy, vibrating at specific frequencies. Your home, your body, the air around you, all of it is dancing in vibration, constantly interacting. And this vibration speaks a language, a silent one. It doesn't use words, but resonance. When your energy is calm, the space feels open. When you're stressed or overwhelmed, the air feels thick. This isn't imagination. It's the field around you reflecting your internal worlds back at you. That creaking floorboard, that flickering light, that sudden tension you feel when entering a room, these are not random. In spiritual traditions, this field is called many things: aura, prana, chi. In modern metaphysics, it's known as the subtle body or vibrational signature. Your house has one too. And when something enters that field, something small, alive, and often ignored, it carries meaning. Not just biological, but energetic. A bee doesn't enter your home just to wander. A cricket doesn't sing near your window by chance. Every vibration they bring interacts with yours. The universe doesn't shout. It hums. It nudges. And your home, being the most intimate space you inhabit, becomes the canvas where the messages appear. The walls remember. The air adjusts. And then a visitor arrives. Tiny, winged, crawling, seemingly insignificant, but vibrationally aligned with something you're experiencing, consciously or not. This is the language of the field, not spoken, but felt. Not seen with the eyes, but known by the heart. And once you become fluent in this silent language, you begin to notice what 97% miss. You start to see the universe speaking directly to you, through the very space you call home. It starts subtly. A tiny sound in the corner of the room, a small winged visitor landing gently on your window, a crawling shape near the base of a wall where moments ago there was nothing. In most homes, these moments are brushed off with annoyance or indifference. Just a bug, they say. But what if that small creature was carrying a message meant just for you? In ancient traditions, insects have long been seen as messengers from the unseen world. Across cultures, from indigenous tribes to mystic teachings, these tiny beings were never random. They were symbols, signals. They arrived when something was shifting, when the energy needed your attention, and they still do. Science tells us that all living beings are made of vibrating energy. That includes the bee buzzing near your ceiling, the ant crawling across your countertop, the cricket singing near your doorway. In the language of energy, nothing arrives by mistake, especially not in places where it shouldn't be. A single bee appearing out of nowhere in a sealed room, that's not nature being careless, that's the field responding. In metaphysical terms, these small creatures are energetic disruptions, interruptions in the usual flow, and those disruptions come with information. They align with what you are vibrating, with what you're ignoring, with what you're about to awaken. The universe doesn't always send angels in light and thunder. Sometimes it sends them six-legged, silent, and glowing with a frequency that only your soul can recognize. That's why people who are energetically sensitive often feel a shift when these visitors arrive. The room feels different. The air becomes charged. You pause. Something in you knows something has entered the space with purpose. You may not understand it fully yet, but part of you remembers. This is how spirit speaks when the mind is too loud to listen. They don't arrive randomly. Each visitor, each small being that finds its way into your space carries a unique vibration, a message, a code. Their appearance, their color, their movement, even the timing of their arrival, all point to something deeper. These aren't pests. They are keys sent by the field around you to unlock something within. Take the bee, for example. If one appears in your home and there is no hive nearby, pause. This is more than curiosity. It's a sign of alignment. Bees vibrate with the energy of purpose, productivity, and divine timing. Their presence means something is blooming. A goal is nearing manifestation. Prosperity is taking form even if you can't see it yet. In ancient Greece, bees were sacred, symbols of sacred wisdom and messages from the gods. Their buzz isn't noise, it's resonance with abundance. Now consider the ant. Patient, precise, persistent. If black ants show up unexpectedly, they often signal quiet recognition, the universe validating your hard work, telling you to keep going. But if red ants enter your space, that's different. They bring alertness, red energy, a warning. Something needs your attention, a hidden conflict, an emotional imbalance, a path that may soon require caution. Their message, slow down and choose consciously. The ladybug, with her soft red shell and gentle movement, arrives as a blessing. When she lands on your hand or flutters near your face, that moment is sacred. Her vibration radiates protection, joy, and spiritual support. She is a symbol of being watched over by guides, ancestors, or something larger than you. And when two appear together, double blessings. A spiritual reminder that joy is not only coming, but multiplying. Then there's the cricket, a visitor of sound. Their chirping isn't just background noise. It's a frequency, a soft song from the spiritual world, often linked to ancestral presence. When a cricket enters your home, it's a reminder you are not alone. The past is with you. Guidance surrounds you. Their melody calls you to trust the path ahead, especially when the road feels uncertain. And what about the fly? Often dismissed, swatted, ignored. But energetically, the fly appears during the moments of internal stagnation. When your mind is heavy, your body tired, your energy dimmed. Their presence isn't to bother you, it's to wake you up. A gentle nudge from the universe that it's time to cleanse, to rest, to reset your inner state. Finally, the dragonfly, a creature of transformation, fast, graceful, silent. If one appears in your home, it brings the vibration of change, of seeing beneath the surface, of moving through emotion with clarity. In many traditions, dragonflies symbolize spiritual evolution, the shift from survival to awareness. Their flight reminds you to rise, to adapt, to trust what's coming next. Each of these visitors, no matter how small, brings a code, a frequency, a reflection of your inner world. And they only appear when the message matches the moment. All you need to do is notice. Your home is not just where you live, it's where your energy lives too. Every emotion you felt within those walls, every conversation, every silence, every intention, it lingers. Over time, the energy of your space becomes a mirror. It stops reflecting only who you are and begins to show you who you're becoming. Look around. The cluttered corner, the dimly lit hallway, the room you avoid, all of it carries a vibrational echo. This echo doesn't just sit still. It attracts, it repels, it calls in what matches its frequency. And so when certain visitors appear, like the dragonfly or the cricket, they don't come from nowhere. They are drawn in by the field you've created, sometimes to confirm, other times to interrupt, but always to reveal. That's why people experiencing deep transformation often find themselves surrounded by signs. A sudden trail of ants near the door when you're working too hard without recognition. A ladybug landing on your bed when you've been feeling unseen but hopeful. A fly buzzing persistently when you've been emotionally stuck, yet ignoring it. The home amplifies what you're vibrating, even when your conscious mind hasn't caught up yet. The law of vibration teaches that like attracts like. If you're vibrating clarity, you'll find signs that guide you forward. If you're vibrating confusion, the universe might send something subtle, not to punish, but to redirect. Your home becomes the stage where these signals can land, not because it's magical, but because it's alive with you. This is why spiritual practices often begin with cleansing the space, smudging, sound healing, rearranging objects, not for aesthetics, but to shift energy, to make space for the new. Because when the energy moves, the messages change. The messengers shift. The home reflects it all, silently, faithfully. So the next time something unexpected appears, don't just look at it. Look through it. Ask what in you might have called it in. Your home is always listening, always echoing. And when the vibration aligns, the signal arrives. You are an observer, a soul equipped with a sensitivity that most have forgotten. But the signs haven't. They still come, quiet, symbolic, alive. And now, you know how to see them. Becoming the observer isn't about staring harder, it's about softening your gaze, listening between the sounds, feeling the shift in the room when something small arrives. When you awaken the part of you that listens beyond the mind, the messages become clear. The home becomes sacred. The world becomes alive. Every creature that enters your space, even for a moment, is responding to something in you. Maybe it's a need for stillness. Maybe it's a call to action. Maybe it's the whisper of an ancestor reminding you that you are not alone. Whatever it is, the code will only reveal itself when you're present enough to receive it. You don't need to analyze every moment or assign meaning to every flicker, but you do need to pay attention. Trust your body. Trust the feeling you get when something unusual happens. Your intuition is the bridge between the seen and unseen. The more you honor it, the louder the language of the universe becomes. Most people will keep ignoring the signs. That's okay. But you've crossed a threshold now. You've remembered something. So the next time the air shifts, the next time a small visitor finds its way to you, breathe, observe, and whisper back, I see you.